This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As some of you may have heard through the fake news outlets out there, in the mainstream media, the United States of America has quote-unquote dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan. So this is what we're seeing happen now with Donald Trump. What we're talking about here is the deception known as the Donald Trump deception, which at the end game for all this now appears to be that Donald Trump's role in all of this was to deceive many people out there who think that they understand what's going on with the New World Order, who think that they're in the quote-unquote alt-right, but are not. Because if you do not understand the plan for the New World Order, if you do not understand the plan for the greater Israel, then you do not know what is happening. This is the plan for the greater Israel. It is to weaken nations that surround Israel, to break them down into smaller groups while taking over land to expand Israel and turn it into the greater Israel. And Donald Trump, within 2 or 3 months of being in office, is now already has this plan fully in place. For those of you who wonder and hear this stuff, I know some of you are young, so you hear about ISIS. ISIS is made up. ISIS is the scheme. It's the plan of the New World Order, of Israel, who funds ISIS. Our governments fund ISIS. This is the tactic that they're using so that Israel, which is the New World Order, which is run and controlled by the fake Jews, can expand Israel out into a bigger powerhouse. That's what they're doing. And they're weakening land and nations around Israel. That's why Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, these are all targets for them. And Donald Trump is doing their bidding. So for those of you who continue to think that this guy is fighting the New World Order because he comes out and he calls CNN fake news, he's playing into your hands. Now, this is a part of a plan which goes back. You want to go back to the protocols of the Elders of Zion, you can go there about world domination and the New World Order. Or you can even go back to Oded Ginyon's A Strategy for Israel in the 1980s, which was published, which was a plan to expand and grow Israel. Okay, it was an article published in 1982 in the Hebrew Journal. And the plan pretty much operated on 2 essential plans. To survive, Israel must become an imperial regional power and must effect the division of the whole area into small states by the dissolution of all existing Arab states. And this isn't some new idea that they just came up with, not even just in the 80s. This goes back to the Pharisees and their plans. This goes back to how they planned and have been planning to implement the New World Order. Why do you think all of these wars revolve around this small area of land over there? This is about the expansion of Israel, which will lead to Israel becoming the world powerhouse. And they use things like anti-Semitism. They hide all of their teachings of the Talmud. Nobody ever talks about it. And then they have COINTELPRO agents like Alex Jones out there who refuse to talk about stuff like that, but give you little tastes of truth. Everybody is being misled into this Zionist agenda. And doesn't it make perfect sense to have Donald Trump be the frontman for this? Because he's supposed to be the one against it. Pro-Israel. He's got his son-in-law in there, who's a Zionist, whose job is to work between, the differences between Syria and Israel. This is all working out perfectly for them because people are still supporting Trump. The alt-right is still supporting him. Because this is how they mind control people and brainwash them. This is the deception. And unfortunately, Christians are the ones being the most duped by this. And that's what's sad about it. Because Christians out there don't interpret the Bible correctly. Christians out there think that any speaking against Israel, they don't understand because they take certain quotes from Scripture and they don't realize that Israel has been hijacked and controlled by the Rothschilds. Okay, this idea is not a new idea. It surfaces for the first time in Zionist strategic thinking, fragmenting all of the Arab states into smaller units. This is why you hear about all this stuff with the Palestinians, all this stuff going on in Syria. The mainstream media wants to shine light negatively on them so that people go along with this New World Order Zionist agenda. And that's why everybody in America is brainwashed. And the people that people are putting trust in, who are supposed to be truthers, or supposed to be the alt-right media, who's supposed to give you truth, are not giving you the truth. This is the reason that they need to destroy the Mideast nations. because they need the expansion of Israel. Christians are going to go along with it because they're deceived by their own minds. They're deceived by their own ministers, by this Christian Zionist scandal, because that's really what it is. People need to use their own discernment and realize what's really going on here. Okay, the only reason ISIS exists is because Israel, our government, other governments fund them. And the reason that they do it is this is how they're going to gain control of the Middle East, to expand Israel and to break down these other countries. This is how they're going to implement their New World Order. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, the New World Order already exists. Well, yeah, it does exist, but they don't have a one world currency, a one world religion. There's still pieces of it that need to be put in place. And they will all be put in place once Israel expands and once they take out the Middle East. And now we're seeing that Donald Trump's role in all of this is coming into fruition. This has been the plan all along. Many of us thought, well, Hillary would be the one, but it makes perfect sense now. Because look how many people who think that they're awake, who are, think that they understand all of this stuff, who support Donald Trump and don't understand anything about Israel and still wave the anti-Semitism flag. How dumbed down they are. Donald Trump was the perfect candidate for this. You know why? Because he's supposed to represent us, you, the listener to this channel, me. But he doesn't, because we know this isn't a republic. We know this is all part of their plan from the get-go. And now Trump's showing you his true colors only 3 months into office. If you can't see it yet, then you don't understand what's going on. And you're not truly awake. Because if you don't see that this is all about Israel, and this is all about Zionism and the expansion, if you can't see the greater Israel plan, then you can't see yet. It doesn't mean it's not too late for you to wake up, but you need to do research on it. But what we've seen is Syria now under attack, Afghanistan getting the mother of all bombs, quote unquote. You're seeing the greater Israel plan getting pushed as fast as possible. This is within 3 months. 3 months. January to April. And the reason they need ISIS, and the reason they push ISIS in the news and they show beheadings on CNN, I mean, give me a break. They show fake beheadings and all of this stuff. It's because they're playing on your emotions so that you go, we have to go to the Middle East and take them out. Oh, we have all these attacks going on from ISIS here, ISIS there. They need to be taken out. They're the terrorists. Israel is the terrorist. Israel, which gets billions and trillions of dollars into this small strip of land. You know what they're building over there? The New World Order is going to be run out of Israel, and the Christians are the ones who are going to fall for this deception, because what you're seeing is the greater Israel plan. And if you're somebody who is awake, who still might have trusted in Trump, now you know fully well what he's doing and how he's working for Israel. And that's how you know he's a part of the New World Order plan, as if you didn't know already, because this whole thing is controlled. The Middle East will be destroyed. Israel will expand, and the nations surrounding Israel will be completely weakened and broken down. This is how it's all going to go down, folks.